want to take up the important subject now of keeping your home safe at the holidays. I mean, apparently there's been a surge in the number of, I guess, calls coming in, people having problems at home with fires, accidents around the house. So we have two guests to talk about this morning, Monique Dugaw with the American Red Cross and Dammon Simmons with Portland Fire and Rescue. And Dammon, I'll start off with you and tell us what's happened this month. I mean, you know, we're about half through, and you guys have seen an increase.
We've seen a lot of fires this month, and I think it's due in part to the cold weather. As the weather cools off, people start to heat their homes in different ways and sometimes in dangerous ways, and we see a large influx of fires.
Monique, that brings in the Red Cross when people need to be helped. Have you felt this?
Absolutely. We've responded to more than 40 calls based on home fires and other disasters just in the past 2 weeks. So we've definitely seen this, and we help an average of about 3 families every single day in our region.
Wow. Dammon, you mentioned staying warm, so I'm thinking space heaters involved, being placed too close to things. What's your advice here?
That's right. Space heaters too close to combustibles. People using extension cords in place of surge protectors. Those extension cords can heat up. Obviously, those space heaters can catch those nearby combustibles on fire. Candles. Sometimes people are using candles around the holidays, and they're not using them safely. You can't leave any of that stuff unguarded. You've got to watch it all the time.
You know, do you hear, Monique, about Christmas tree lights being a problem this time of year? I mean, I always think about, do I leave them on? Do I shut them off whenever I leave the house? That sort of thing?
Good rule of thumb is to make sure that when you are leaving home to turn off those electrical devices and never leave things that are cooking unattended. And also make sure that your Christmas lights, you may have put them away last season and not thought about it until now. Make sure the wires are not frayed, because that can be a cause of fire as well. Good rule of thumb, 3 feet away from anything that gets hot or can catch fire.
Dammon, you have a smoke alarm there in your hand, which is a reminder for people. Take us through where those need to be in the house.
That's right. We want smoke alarms on every floor, outside every sleeping area, and preferably inside every sleeping area as well. The newer smoke alarms, they have a hush feature, so you don't have to take it apart to get it to be quiet if you set it off accidentally with cooking or anything like that.
The one I have to hang the hat over to stop it.
I'm sure it didn't happen to you with your cooking, but other people may need to use that hush feature. And the other thing that's nice about newer smoke alarms is they've got a 10-year battery, and so we want you to test the battery every month. But you don't need to change out that battery like we have in the past. So test that battery every month, and then change out the entire smoke alarm every 10 years.
Every 10 years,
the
you can lose
sensors
track
on
of
them,
that.
yeah, the sensors on them actually start to fail after that amount of time, and so they're not working as good as they should.
I know you have a huge event coming up in January where you're going to be installing 1,000 of those.
That's right, 1,000 smoke alarms in the Boise-Elliott neighborhood. We're looking for volunteers. We want people to come help. If you'd like to operate a power drill, or if you're good with people, we'd love to have you come and assist us. The Red Cross is partnering with Portland Fire, and it's our day of service, January 14th.
That's a huge undertaking, taking 1,000 homes in a day?
It's the largest event that we've ever done in this region.
Wow. Well, thanks for coming in and telling us about it, and for those important reminders during the holiday season.